I'm going to cut straight to the chase. If you aren't in my Discord server, you're missing out severely. The best alpha in crypto takes place within these channels, including coin discussions, market analysis, degen behavior, and more. It's completely free and I look forward to speaking with you inside. Yo people, welcome back to another video. I didn't plan on making this one today, but after seeing the markets drop significantly, I've noticed a lot of fear spreading within my own community and the crypto space in general. I've received messages from people asking for advice, so I thought I'd give my general thesis in a video for all to see. Remember, no one is right 100% of the time. These are just my opinions and this is not financial advice. So beginning with Bitcoin, another very volatile week. Things were looking positive. We were continuously breaking all-time high after all-time high in the recent week or two, going up as high as $108,000, which is pretty crazy. Sentiment hadn't transitioned into altcoins yet, but we know that there is a delay in this happening. However, we then suffered a 15% drop from 108,000 going all the way down to about 92k, and subsequently have recovered since, hovering around the 97k mark. In this 24-hour period, over $1.1 billion was liquidated from the crypto markets, which is an absolutely ridiculous number. And this has been a common theme as of late. We can see that in the last few weeks, kind of since maybe mid-November time, that leverage traders have been getting absolutely fucked in the markets. The date which stood out before this was August 5th, we can see here. And this caused major fear in the markets, panic selling, all of that stuff. But now it seems that we are getting these types of days on a more regular basis. I don't think I've given my opinion on leverage trading on this channel before, but my number one advice to 99.9% of people is to steer clear of this at all costs. I personally have never touched leverage trading and I've made good money purely being in spot. For some reason, leverage traders don't have the patience to buy, invest and hold. They see the big numbers in a short space of time, perhaps see other people online making serious bank, closing trades when they are up 12,000% in an hour or some bullshit, and think that they can do the same. You can't. You will get burnt, and at this point in the cycle, it really isn't worth it, man. We have around 12 months remaining to make our money. Why risk your capital on trades, risk getting wiped out completely? The issue I've seen is people try it, they make a win, they might long Bitcoin and it goes up, and they see how quick and quote unquote easy it was to make money. They do it again, they might win again, think they're getting better and better, and it becomes addictive seeing so much green. Seems almost like a cheat code to be making so much, but all it takes is one bad trade, one incorrect stop loss, one bad day where your head isn't in the game and you will be left with nothing. These institutions know this and can see this. The big players are intentionally manipulating the markets to fuck with leverage traders. Anyway, that's the rant over. Stay clear of leverage. You can make more than enough money in spot with more security and less stress. So Bitcoin has recovered a little bit since its major dip, sitting at around $97,000. Am I concerned with Bitcoin's price action? Not in the slightest. We are all aware that there is some form of market manipulation going on, and I mentioned in my Discord that Bitcoin was in overbought territory according to the RSI, and a pullback was on the horizon. I didn't expect one to be this significant, but the general thesis was relatively predictable / not a shock. So a quick recap of the FOMC meeting that just took place. Interest rates were cut by another 0.25% or 25 base points, which is good news for the markets in general over the mid to long term. Lower interest means less saving, risk is usually increased, and investors look to exchange their safe fiat currency into stocks, crypto, be it whatever. This time the markets dipped heavily following Jerome Powell's speech. He mentioned less rate cuts in 2025, around 2 potentially, and also made a particular statement that the Fed aren't allowed to hold any Bitcoin. I personally viewed neither of these statements as particularly negative, they're just facts. For a Jerome Powell speech, this one was relatively okay compared to his usual work. He even added that we're in a good place and that he expects a good year next year, so I don't know how this translated into massive fear. I guess that's just retail being retail and panicking for no reason. I'll be keeping a close eye on Bitcoin over the next few days to see if it can reclaim its daily trend. I have a feeling that it will, but yeah, let's just see what happens. Ethereum went down quite dramatically in comparison to Bitcoin. It's performed terribly this entire cycle and it's pretty evident here. A 25% crash across a few days. Some people don't understand the emphasis that I put on Ethereum, but this is still the king of alts. I know a lot of you prefer Solana and other chains, and it's true. ETH is slower and more expensive than most of its competitors, but Ethereum has the corporate / institutional respect. The Ethereum ETFs are still getting daily inflows. People ask me why this isn't reflected in the price. Honestly, I don't know the answer 100%. Whether there's some over-the-counter trading going on, some further form of big player suppression, I don't know. What I do know is that it's all a matter of time before this bursts, and when it does, that's when our other altcoins will begin to fly. I know I sound repetitive by saying this, almost crazy at times, but I do genuinely believe that this is the case. I personally don't think that there will be an alt season until Ethereum breaks its all-time high. So what does this mean for alt seasons? In my previous market update and in my server, I mentioned the double top scenario similar to 2021, where we have 2 alt seasons. And a few weeks back, it looked as though we could have one either before the year end or in early January. This technically isn't out of the equation yet, but after looking at the charts, a thought came across my mind. What if we somehow follow the 2021 cycle bar for bar? It would be so unexpected or expected that it ends up happening, you know? What I'm trying to say is, what if Trump's inauguration in January ends up being a nothing event? You know, the market stay the same, relatively sideways, relatively boring, and then we pump at some point at the end of Q1, start of Q2, you know, March, April, May times, just like last cycle. Then we cool off the following months, you know, have a relatively sideways or boring summer before exploding in the final quarter in a mega alt season, just like 2021. Also, I apologize, please excuse the crappy drawing. I'll keep you all updated on what I'm thinking in regards to how this cycle will play out. This is just another potential outcome I'd want to consider. Regardless of whether we get this first alt season or not, I still currently think we will top some point in Q3, Q4 of 2025, which is really not a long time at all, only around 12 months here to make as much money as possible, not get burned, not round trip our bags, and hopefully secure our financial freedom. Ultimately though, please keep in mind, no one can predict what happens. Any influencer or YouTuber who says concretely X or Y is guaranteed to happen, or at least doesn't explore alternatives or seems stubborn or arrogant, it might not be the best practice to listen to them. We want to make money, but we also don't want to lose money or get burned or miss opportunities. I am currently positioned in a way where if we get an alt season now, or in a week, in a month, in 3 months, I'm happy. Also, if we get a dip like now or more on the way, I'm also happy as I can accumulate or reassess holdings. Remember guys, I've been going on and on about the importance of dry powder on the side, especially from a psychological perspective. Once you see these red days as opportunities and actually have some capital to take advantage, I don't care if it's $50, $500 or whatever, it really can affect your investment psychology. I mentioned it in a tweet, your job right now is very simple. If you have spare capital and we're waiting on a dip, time to buy. If you're already happy with positions, just do nothing, sit on your bags. It's really that simple guys, nothing complex here. This, of course, then begs the next question, arguably the most difficult question, what shall we buy? In times like this, when everything is down, everything is appealing. You'll make money on the majority of these coins once the markets bounce back and turn green again, if you have the patience to hold. Memes have taken a particular battering in recent times. If you're interested in adding a blue chip meme to your portfolio, it may be wise to begin accumulating. My personal advice is to stay away from the Solana shitcoins, you know, the low cap ones. I see rug pulls happening on an hourly basis, and unless your risk management is top, it's not worth gambling your money away. Either switch to the larger ones on Solana like Bonk or Popcat, or even take a shift over to Ethereum. There are insinuations that this cycle will be the catcoin cycle, so do some research on strong ones that you think will perform well. There are a few mentioned in my server, so feel free to take a look there. Aside from that, I've mentioned the same coins repeatedly on my channel. You guys know how I feel about Bitensa, and pulling back under $500 is a pretty decent opportunity. My last video was on Anyone Protocol, which is one of my favorite holds this cycle. At the time I made the video, it was around $2 and we've pulled back around 30% since then. So yeah, a very strong buy right now. Cubic at $3,000 per billion is also a good buy. We can see that we're still 75% down from its all-time high, which is, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But this isn't the optimal entry I'd have for Cubic. If you've been following me for a while, I was telling you guys to be buying around this $1,500 per billion region. And if you did so, you'd be up 2x right now and this dip would not phase you. But yeah, I mean, at this level over the long term, mid to long term, this is still a very solid purchase. And finally, Rio 2, you know, we're back under $1. This was at 66 cents. I was telling people to buy. It pushed right up to, I think, around $1.40, I want to say. Yeah, $1.46, $1.50. And we're around 50% down from there, 40-50%. So yeah, again, a decent buy. If you're looking for an RWA project in your portfolio. So all the coins I just mentioned, the prices are appealing. They've all weathered multiple storms and can still provide us with that 5 to 10x plus returns from current levels too. Yeah, they're probably not flashy or as appealing. They've been around for a while and I go on about them a lot, but I don't know, they just stand out to me. And all it takes is 1 or 2 projects to do really well, remember, and you changed your life. Will all of these projects do well? Well, I hope so. But I mean, it just takes, like I said, one or two, even what you're holding in your portfolio, and it takes one or two coins that you're holding to do very well. And yeah, that's it. Assuming, you went in with some conviction and some, relatively heavy capital. As soon as I find new projects which I think will provide us with good returns, I'll be bringing them to my Discord, my Twitter, and YouTube. So make sure you're following me on all platforms and have notifications on. It's all free, so no excuses. Also, I'm not going to force videos out on projects for no reason. I only make videos on coins I like and can make you money, or ones I don't like and think that you should avoid. I've never done any paid shows ever, and I don't invest in every project that I've mentioned, as I don't like adding too many coins to my personal portfolio. It's more to help you guys make money. That being said, I have been accumulating a few projects myself lately. I picked up some Quill below 10 cents, high risk, but I do like the odds. May pan out, it may not. I've covered it in a few videos, so yeah, check it out if you're interested. And I also picked up 2 gaming coins, which I'm not going to reveal just yet, as I have a gaming tier list video coming out shortly. In that video, I'll share my opinion on good and bad gaming projects, so yeah, keep an eye out for that one. But aside from that, that's the video wrapped up today. Key takeaways, basically do not panic. This is nothing to be afraid of yet. Stay away from leverage trading, and if you can, try to buy on this dip. If not, just chill, relax, go outside, wind down, anything to take your mind off the markets. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you did. Join the Discord, the link is in the description and it's completely free, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.